Hello all. Today we are going to start one of the topic in the Scrum practices. Today we are going to learn about the 10 pieces of advice in the Scrum practices. So number 1, never commit the team to anything without consulting them first. It's the only team who is responsible for the deliverables. Scrum Master is a facilitator. He can't take decision on any work related commitment without consulting with the team. So as the Scrum Master, you don't have the authority to accept any change request or any new development, any new work which the development team has to deliver. So he don't have the authority to accept anything on the behalf of the development team. So he has to first ask the team, then only he can say that yes, this can be done. Number 2, remember you're here to help the team look good. Being a Scrum Master is not about making yourself look good. You look good when the team look good. And they look good when they do great work. Sometimes a Scrum Master can feel that he's not required in the team, but that's not the case. So there is a difference between looking unneeded and being unneeded. So Scrum Master can look unneeded, but it's not, he is unneeded. As long as you're performing your duties well, you're always required. Number 3, don't beat the team over the head with an agile rulebook. So neither Scrum nor Agile comes with a rulebook. You can change the Agile rules according to your convenience. Like if your product had user, consider writing user story. Otherwise, no need to write the user stories. If someone needs to know when you will deliver, estimate it. If no one needs to know, maybe you will not estimate. If you think at end of the sprint review session is too late to get the feedback, so you can have a sprint review after each feature is built. It's up to you how you use the agile rules in your team, in your organization. Number 4, nothing is permanent, so experiment with your process. Part of honoring the principles of agility is to experiment with your process. Encourage the team to try new things. So like you can experiment with a sprint length. First, you can have your sprint as a 2-week sprint. Then go ahead and try for 1 week and 3 week and see the pros and cons of one over the other and decide on the one sprint length, which will benefit to your team and organization. Same you can do with the tools. Experiment with the different tools and select the one which looks good to everyone. It's always recommended to experiment with your processes and gets better with experiments. Number 5, ensure team members and stakeholders view each other as peers. So team members and business side stakeholders both bring important perspective to the organization. So they both should know the importance of each and every side perspective. Stakeholders should know and respect the development team while listening when developers say that deadline is impossible. Same goes with the development team. Development team need to understand the unique perspective brought by stakeholders. So it's on both the sides. Understand each other, your work will be easy. Number 6, protect the team, including in more ways than you may think. Perhaps the most often given advice, agile advice, is that the Scrum Master needs to protect the team from an overly demanding product owner. Product owner may always come with too much work and too less time. This is your responsibility. Tell the product owner that whatever the work team can deliver in that particular time, the team will deliver that, not more than that. So it's your responsibility to solve the problem of the development team and protect the team against them. It can happen after some time teams start feeling that their learning is being stopped for a while because of the repetition of work. So it's the duty of the Scrum Master, protect the team from even feeling that they've got nothing left to learn. You should plan for their new learning. Number 7, banish failure from your vocabulary. Sometimes when you visit team, you heard from them, this is a failed sprint. Usually, it means the team didn't deliver everything they planned, but they delivered the things. So it might possible that you're not delivering 100% you plan, but if you delivered 90% you plan, so you're good. So you can't consider a sprint as a failed sprint. So this is the time Scrum Master has a responsibility to make the team realize that what is the difference between attempts and failures. So these are not failures. You attempted for 100%, but you have given your 90%. So yes, the sprint was success. Number 8, praise often, but always sincerely. As a Scrum Master, we have a habit to praise the team often and motivate them. But frequent praises can demotivate too. Don't overpraise your team. No one wants to hear that. Whenever the team members do the good job, praise them. Whenever they're doing the job as they do regularly, I think unnecessary praises are not required. So yes, take care of these things. Praise often, but always sincerely. Number 9, encourage the team to take over your job. A team that is new to Agile will rely on the Scrum Master in significant ways. Team may not know how to keep the daily Scrum meeting under 15 minutes, or they may not understand the importance of being a cross-functional team. The same goes well with inexperienced and experienced sports team. Inexperienced sports team, like little kids learning to play football, they always need their coach standing beside them for each and everything. Whereas with experienced sports team, they're so independent to start their practices. If the coach has come late, but it doesn't mean that coach is not required. It means that your team is so independent, they can take over some responsibilities of coach too. No matter how good an agile team gets, so they get and benefit from having a Scrum Master or coach. So Scrum Master always required in the team. But yes, team can take some of the Scrum Master jobs themselves as a part of their own journeys to mastering the skills needed in the product development. Number 10, shut up and listen. Some of the best coaching practices you can do is to stay silent and let the team figure out the answer. It's very hard when you see your team is struggling to solve some big thing. But it's not good to jump in and solve the problem. Otherwise, team will always come to you for the problems, which is obviously not a good step to make your team independent. So yes, it's a responsibility of the Scrum Master to coach and guide the team. But being a great Scrum Master is helping team how to solve their problem on their own. If you solve every problem team member face, they don't get a chance to learn how to solve problems. Yes, with this, we are done with the 10 pieces of advice which Scrum Masters surely practice. Thank you.